Well, it's an honor and a pleasure to have Kurt Busch in studio with us. Thanks for stopping by.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
All right. Next week is the Great American Race, Daytona, start of the NASCAR season. You have never won that race. And so that's kind of sitting with you saying, okay, this is a biggie for you, right?
Been close a few times, but yes, I mean, it is a championship all wrapped into one weekend. And if you win Daytona, it can transcend your career in so many different ways, not just on track, but outside the track. And been close, just haven't been able to break through. I've been second 3 times.
3 times.
And each one of those, there's definitely a serious lesson in each one of those.
Now, I was reading saying, if I win Daytona, I might just do as Carl Edwards did and just walk away and call it good.
And just retire, yeah.
But with a laugh, right?
Well, I probably would stick around still. I mean, it's amazing what that race means to our sport. It's the Great American Race, and it's the biggest NASCAR race there is. And it's that way because of the history and the prestige of the event. We started out racing on the beaches in Daytona after World War II. That's how NASCAR started.
Yeah, and growing up in Las Vegas, you had to dream about winning on that big track.
When you turn the TV on anywhere across the country, yes, Daytona is the granddaddy of them all. And growing up in Las Vegas, watching the Las Vegas Motor Speedway get built and come out of the ground and turn into one of the prestigious races on the circuit, it was neat. It was fun to watch that come up in our own backyard. I mean, here in the West, everybody's together, it seems like, because there wasn't then the strong following like there is now.
Daytona, though, it's a spectacle, even with the drivers. It's maybe like a regular season football game with all the other NASCAR races, and then this is the Super Bowl with all the pomp and circumstance. Does it feel that way with you guys, not just what you do on the track, but everything surrounding it?
Oh, it is. I mean, there's a month that it seems like it leads up with promotional events, PR tours, and then the race weekend itself. It has preliminary races. We have to qualify our way in through a race, which is unlike any other race. And then Sunday morning, the pageantry of it all, the Star-Spangled Banner, the red, white, and blue, the flyover, the energy around Daytona is like no other track. I mean, it can intimidate you if you let it get to you.
Now, when you talk about tracks, I mean, they all have certain specifications they have to go by, but do they each have different little things that are different from one week to the other? And if so, what is it about Daytona?
Well, as a racer, you're always finding something with the track that is an imperfection or a lane or a groove that you want to find speed in, or it's pit road exit, or it's a strategy within the race. And so every racetrack, as a racer, you try to find that little niche that gives you that competitive advantage over the other guy.
And you've been all winter working up to this point, Daytona 500. So it's fun. It's a big deal.
It is. I mean, it is that whole off season of preparation with the team building the car, going to the wind tunnel. You go to the chassis dyno extra to try and find that last little bit of horsepower.
I don't know what you just said there.
It's the racing terms for just building the best car you possibly can. The driver's studying tape. The crew chief is studying the race sequences on which calls to make. And you give it everything you've got for one weekend.
Well, you've always been one of my favorite, along with your brother Kyle, and even more so now that I got to meet you.
Well,
we'll be watching next week at Daytona and get over that hump, right?
Absolutely. We're going to definitely try to break through and bring it home to the West Coast again.
All right. Well, good luck next week, and we'll be watching.
Thank you.